Take an appropriate amount of wool, wrap it tightly, and curl it slightly larger than the 11 template. Take the felting needle and use it to compact this area, which will serve as the head. While rotating the wool in your hand, continue to felt it, being careful not to injure your hands with the needle. By continuously felting, shape the wool into a round ball. During the felting process, ensure that you compare the size to the 11 template. If you felt it too large, it won't look refined. Once the general shape is felted, switch to fine needles for more delicate and compact work. Take a look at the overall effect. Next, take a small amount of wool and tear it apart. Next, take a small amount of wool and tear it apart. Once the wool is torn, lay a thin layer on the surface and use fine needles to lightly felt it until it forms a smooth and compact sphere, as shown in the image. Trim the surface fluff to create an even finish. Take the green wool and wrap it around the head, cutting it to an appropriate length, and set aside any excess. Felt the extracted wool into a flat section for the headpiece, ensuring it is evenly thick. Fold the brim section and felt it until the wool no longer spreads out. Take the main body of the head in the headpiece section, wrap the headpiece around the head, and secure it in place with the needle to form the headpiece. First, felt the cross-folded area deeply to secure it. Each edge that wraps around the head must be felted tightly together to prevent it from coming apart. Take a look at the finished result. Take the torn wool and evenly spread it over the headpiece. Using fine needles to felt it tightly, this will make the added marks invisible, giving the surface a more refined appearance and increasing the thickness of the headpiece. Check to ensure the surface is smooth and delicate. Trim the surface to create smoother lines. Take the white wool, tear it into pieces, and fold it into a ball shape. Place it in the appropriate position on the face to serve as the nose. First, felt the arc shape for the nose position. Take a look at the overall effect. Then take some torn wool and lay it on both sides of the nose to create the cheeks. Next, take some more torn wool and lay a thin layer over the face. Use fine needles to lightly felt it to secure it, ensuring that the seams and connections are invisible. Felt a depression where the eyes will be installed. Use a tool to create the eye sockets. If the eyes do not fit, continue to felt to enlarge the eye sockets and holes. Take out the eye components, attach the eyes to the face, and check if they fit properly. Remove the eye accessories and press them to ensure a better fit. Installation is complete. You can apply glue to the bottom for a more secure attachment of the eye accessories. Take a small piece of dark wool and place it below the eyeball. Need a small piece of pink wool to shape it into a nose tip. Here is the finished result. Take a long strip of red wool, roll it between your hands to form a strip, and felt it into the appropriate position on the face to create a mouth. Use the same method to create the other side. Take a look at the finished result. Tear the white wool into pieces and fold them into the shape of ears. First flatten it, then felt it. Trim the surface a bit more. The double ears are complete. Take one of the ears, fold it down, and felt it to secure. Once finished, fold the ear towards the centerline to create a slightly inward curling shape. Then use fine needles to firmly felt the ear deep into the head. Position it approximately where it should go. If it doesn't fit, continue to adjust. Felt it to secure. Take a look at the overall shape after felting. Tear the green wool into pieces, fold it, and use fine needles to felt it into a round pancake shape, which will serve as the turtle shell. Felting it into a firm ball results in this effect. Take light green fine strips of wool and felt them onto the turtle shell to create striped patterns. Attach the finished turtle shell to the top of the head at a slight angle. Knead a small ball of black wool and use a fine needle to poke out the eyes on the headpiece. Next, knead a small ball of pink wool and poke it below the eyes to create blush. Here is the finished result. Poke to small nostrils in the appropriate position on the headpiece. After curling the white wool, shape it into a cylinder by continuously poking with the needle to compact it for the body part. Following the 11 reference drawing, be careful not to make it too large. Switch to a fine needle and continue poking until you form a compact wool ball. Tear the wool into pieces and roll them into cylinders, using a fine needle to poke out to cylindrical shapes for the legs. Take light pink wool and felt it into the shape of a cat's paw. Trim it evenly. Deeply felt the legs into the body until they are secured. The felting is complete. Lay a layer of torn wool at the connection point to conceal any visible marks. Trim the surface. Next, take out the body and head and connect the two parts. Use fine needles to deeply felt the body to the head until it is secured. Roll the torn wool into a cylinder and use fine needles to felt the shape of the arms. Then, attach them to the left and right sides of the body. Felt the white wool into a ball shape and attach it to the back of the body as a tail. Take the torn yellow wool, fold it, and use fine needles to felt an oval shape for the bee's body. Once you have completed, take a strip of black wool and felt it into a striped pattern. Next, trim off any excess length and felt the details. Roll a small ball of black wool for the bee's eyes and felt it to secure. Take the torn blue wool, fold it, and felt to flat shapes for the wings. Once finished, attach the wings above the bee's body. After completing, remove the fishing line from the material pack and cut the black fishing line into several segments to serve as the antennae and legs for the bee. Remove the bee body and the prepared antennae. Then secure all the parts in their appropriate positions. Take a look at the finished effect. Then attach the completed bee body to the rabbit's chest, securing it firmly with felting. There are two methods for creating the blush. The first method involves taking a small amount of pink wool, tearing it into pieces, and felting it to create the blush. This is the first method. The second method is to apply blush using chalk. You can also apply a little blush to the ears. Trim the surface a bit more to make it smoother and flatter, giving it a more refined appearance. The project is complete.